for parrots, and it's not so much to tell you what your bird should and shouldn't eat, but tonight we're talking about how to make it easy and fun for both you and your bird. So we're just going to jump right into it. As you can see, I have a buffet up here for birds. The biggest thing that people usually tell me is they don't have time for their birds to have fresh foods. They don't have time to cook for their bird. So we're going to just show you some really quick and easy ways. The first thing we'll talk about is organic baby food. This is Gerber. Every grocery store and Walmart and Target carries it. You have to make sure it says organic on it. Organic baby food is a really easy and quick way to introduce your bird to new flavors. And the nice thing about it is because often it'll have vegetables mixed in with the fruit, so the sweetness of the fruit will often mask the veggies. So if you have a bird that doesn't like veggies, this is a really easy way to introduce it. We've also had a lot of birds that refuse fresh fruits and veggies. They will take to this, the texture, and they just enjoy it. It does make a mess though, so be prepared to come back 30 minutes later and your bird is coated in baby food. Hula is still wearing some from a couple days ago. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is these. Has anyone seen these in the grocery store? So this is, it's like applesauce in a little baggie. It's organic. Dylan's carries this. This is Ella's Kitchen. Mama Jean's carries some. Aiken's over on Battlefield carries some. But the reason I like Ella's Kitchen is because, you know, the best way... Anybody ever read Jerry Seinfeld's wife, her cookbook on sneaking veggies into your kids' diets? It's about masking it, you know, giving them, putting squash inside your like spaghetti sauce so they don't know that they're eating squash. Well, this is kind of what Ella's Kitchen does with their applesauce. The flavor of this one is carrots, apples, and parsnips. But there's so much apple in it that you don't really taste the carrots or the parsnips. This one is sweet potatoes, pumpkin, apples, and blueberries. And it's just like applesauce, so you can just squirt it into their bowl, let them lick it off. If you want to put it on like a little healthy cracker or something. It's another great way, a different texture and a new way to get something healthy into them instead of just chopping up some fresh fruits and veggies. This other flavor is broccoli, pears, and peas. So, you know, to us that does not sound like a good, and there's a reason why this is in the toddler section, because no adult has ever looked at this and said, oh, that would be really nice after I work out today. I'm going to broccoli and pears. So, for those in the back that can't see, we have a nice little arrangement of fresh food up here. One way that I encourage birds to try new foods is you can do like a shish kebab, you know, like a skewer, and I should have had it up here, so bear with me. But I don't know your name because you're new. Right there in the jean kind of jacket. Will you stand up? And there is going to be a toy right up there. It's got like a metal bar through the middle of it. You see it? Left. Over. There you go. Right there. Yep, that one. Will you pull that down? Oh, huh. Okay, I just had you do that, and now she's handed me one. So, okay, show it to the class. Everyone look. She's going to do, we're Vanna Whiting it. Okay, what is down the center of that is this, a stainless steel kebab skewer. So the bottom of it, the nice thing is you purchase it, it's originally a toy, and then you can unscrew it and add fruit. So not only do you get the benefit of giving fresh fruit and veggies to your bird, but now you've made it fun for them, so it's also acting as a toy. Go ahead.
How large of a chunk should it be?
So if you have a bird that is a pig, like a certain Duffy, the naked eclectus, who will eat until literally his crop is about to burst, we have to keep our portions small. But you'll often find a lot of times when you're turning it into a toy, the bird's going to waste more than it eats, which is fine. I mean, in all actuality, you know, one apple costs you what, like 25 cents? You know, I mean, if they destroy an apple and eat an eighth of it, it was healthy for them and they had fun. So you just kind of have to gauge it by your bird. Does your bird play with it more and eat a little bit, or does he actually down the entire thing? I don't have them here, but Brussels sprouts. My birds absolutely love Brussels sprouts. Now, most of them don't eat the Brussels sprout. They enjoy shredding it. But my philosophy is if they eat even 1/3 of the Brussels sprout, I just snuck Brussels sprout into their diet. Right. So I look at it that way. But so, you know, getting things like this make it fun. The next thing is this is collard greens. This is a big collard green leaf. Now, if I was just to hand this to most of the birds in here, they would probably just look at me like I'm crazy. And I mean, I give them this or a strawberry, and they're probably going to choose the strawberry. So how I make collard greens fun and try to sneak it into them is that kind of the same idea of doing the shish kebab, where I would put like a blackberry and a blueberry, and then I would take some yogurt and make what I call is a birdie taco, and I would put it in there, and then they have to forage through. So the idea is that when they're tearing through the collard greens, they hopefully ingest some of it, and even if they don't, one whole bundle of collard greens, which has quite a few big leaves in it, is 99 cents. So you've made a toy for them that is, I mean, ridiculously cheap to make for them, and it was nutritious for them, so if they ingested some of it, that's fantastic.
Do you skewer through that? Or
you can. You can also use jute. It's like a little twine. It's safe for birds. And you can actually sew it. Or if you want to break off the stem, put the fruit in the center, and make it like a little bundle, and wrap it. And then you can hang it or put it, make it a foot toy. So the idea is and it teaches them to forage as well, but it's an easy thing to forage. They don't have to put a lot of effort into it. Collard greens tear very easy. So you're getting nutrition, you're getting their mind working, and then you're also encouraging them to forage. So that's another thing. That was our newest parrot, Lucky, announcing that he is in the room and he'd prefer to be out. And then, of course, everyone knows about Birdie Bread. And Terry, our foster home coordinator, bakes Birdie Bread for us every class to sell to raise money. Birdie Bread is probably, in my opinion, the easiest way to incorporate lots of new foods. Will you bring me 3 of those up, please? Birdie Bread is a very easy thing to make. You can use Jiffy Mix. You can use... Bob Mills is a brand, it's an organic brand that I think Walmart carries it, Mama Jean's carries it, Hy-Vee carries it. It's an organic muffin mix. And then you just throw in whatever you think your bird would enjoy or you want him to try. So if you want your bird to try, there it is right there actually. So, and that's what it looks like, the label and everything. I think that's the apple muffin mix.
Creamy wheat hot cereal.
Okay, well,
Farina.
No. But that's what the label looks like. So, and then just add in whatever foods you think you want your bird to try. If you have a food processor, you can sneak in so many veggies, some kale, collard greens, broccoli, carrots, cabbage, and then she puts in chunks of fruit, and then she also does coconut oil, and coconut oil or red palm oil is fantastic for your bird. It's great for their feathers, their skin, it's good for their immune system. The red palm oil and the coconut oil you can usually purchase at any health food mart. They also, the company Harrison's, does anybody know what Harrison's pellets are? It's a company that makes organic pellets. And will you hand that to me? Harrison's makes a product called Sunshine Factor and Booster. And it's essentially red palm oil. And in room temperature, it's at a kind of a semi-solid, like pasty consistency, and you can just mix some in when you cook for them, and it's awesome for their feathers. It's really, really good. You'll see a difference. You have to give it a couple months, but you will see a big difference putting your bird on this. So, and we also, the baby food, which I talked about in the beginning, the baby food is a good thing to mix in as well. Now, my favorite product that has come out recently is called Higgins Worldly Cuisines. Now, I've got red palm oil on me, so I'm going to have fantastic skin. Higgins Worldly Cuisines, the idea when it comes to making nutrition easy is the simpler it is for you guys to do it, probably the more often you'll be able to do it. So Higgins came out with a product called Worldly Cuisines. There are 8 flavors, and what it is it's a pre-mixed... all-natural food that you cook for your birds. And you can make it in bulk and then just give them like a tablespoon a day. On the ingredients in the bag, they don't add any preservatives or anything. I mean, it's strictly the ingredients. But like this one has quinoa, pearl barley, carrot, black beans, sweet corn, lentils, dried celery, garbanzo beans. I mean, you get there's like 17 ingredients in this. You make it for your birds. So then you don't have to go to the store and pick out all the ingredients and mix it together. You just grab this, make it, and it's good to go. But they have all different flavors to appeal to any bird. They have ones that are sweet. They have some that are spicy. They have some that are more with lentils and beans, some that are more high in fruit. But they're excellent for your bird. And often I've had wives tell me that they will make it, leave the room, come back, and the husband's eating it. And they're like, it's bird food. I mean, but it's all human-grade ingredients, and it smells delicious. So if you make it and your spouse is not in the room while you're making it, make sure to put some kind of label that says bird food. It's so good for them, and it makes it so easy, because I am the first to admit that there are days when I am a lazy parrot owner and I need things to be easy, and this makes it easy. I can just throw it on the stove, make it really fast, and then I give them a 5-star meal that it took me, 2 minutes to whip up for them. So I'm all about easy, because I do not like to cook.
Can it be frozen, maybe?
You can freeze it. What you can do is you can make it and buy like those ice cube trays and freeze it, and then just pop out an ice cube. So that is an option too. Go ahead.
Can you mix it in with the Birdie Bread?
Oh yeah, you can mix it in with anything. I will make it, and then sometimes I will mix it in with eggs and make my birds scrambled eggs in the morning. I'll mix it with the chop that we make. You can mix it with anything. I mean, the thing to remember too is you don't have to stay in the outlines of how we consider meals. Mix things up that they don't have to make sense. Imagine that you're 2, okay? When you're 2, you're like, ketchup on your ice cream is good. Think like that with your birds. It doesn't have to make sense to you because they don't view it the same way. So you can mix, strawberries with their scrambled eggs with a little bit of quinoa. To us, we may turn our nose up at it, but to them, it's fantastic. And it's so good if you can isolate what they like. If your birds really like scrambled eggs, that is the best way to start introducing new foods. Mix it in with their scrambled eggs. Get them to try it. There's just so many things you can do. Sprouting your own seeds, and actually, will you grab that for me? The pellets that we use is totally organic pellets. The reason I like totally organic is because it doesn't have any corn or soy. And then Totally Organic, the company, they make a sprout and feed mix. It's a seed mix that you just layer. You take a damp paper towel, you sprinkle the seed, you put the damp paper towel over top of it too, bottom and top, and you let it sprout. And then you feed that to your birds. It's super healthy for your birds. And it's really easy to make because all you do is sprinkle the seeds, put it back down, check on it a week later, and there you go. So, and as I've already stated before, I love easy stuff. I do not like to cook, and my daughter can attest to that. I once tried to bake Birdie Bread for class. I burnt 6 batches before I remembered to take it out of the oven on time. 6 batches. That is a ridiculous amount of food wasted. So, and I was to give it to my daughter and to say she could have anything on the plate. She's going to eat the chocolate first. She's still a little bit hungry. She eats some chicken, and the broccoli doesn't get touched. The same thing happens when you offer your bird a mixture of foods that this one, if there's sunflower seeds in it, I can guarantee that's the first thing your bird eats is the sunflower seed. And then they pick at the millet, but if there's any dried fruits and veggies, they probably, at the end of the day, they're still in the bowl. They pick out the stuff that tastes the best but isn't necessarily the healthiest. What I like about pellets is they get a tablespoon of pellets. Every pellet is the exact same. And the pellets are all healthy. So when you're trying new foods with your bird, and whether it's fruit or pellets, your bird watches you. So what I like to do when I'm trying a new food is I will pick it up. Even if it's a pellet, you're not going to die. You're not going to think it tastes good, but you're not going to die. I will nibble on it, and the bird's sitting here. I'm just ignoring my bird. And then after I've nibbled and I've acted like it's delicious, then I offer it to them. And they will usually, if you act like it's a treat, pick it up and nibble on it. And a lot of times it's just getting them to do that a couple times for them to realize they do like it.